for seniors, for students, for those who are struggling the most to make it through these tough economic times. So we need to do something. We've heard from people across Surrey that they don't like this tax and they want to get rid of it. The good news is that we have more than a year until this legislation is discussed in the Legislative Assembly. So we have some time to do something. So I think that we need to remember that there's strength in numbers, that we have power, and that if we keep this up, that we have the power to make some change here. We're going to be hearing from some community members from across different sectors and different walks of life today. But first, let's hear from Harpreet.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. सारे ने भी सत श्री अकाल जी। सब दा इत्थे जे आया नूं जी। मैं हरप्रीत सिंह अते मैं टॉक शो होस्ट हैगा। कल परसों फोन आया कि एक रैली की जा रही है जिस विच असीं चाहते हैं तुसीं आके अपना एसएमसी रोल निभाओ। 2 दिन मैं सोचा कि की एक पत्रकार को आके ऐसी रैलीज़ विच एक तरफा गल करनी चाहिए, पर दूसरे पासे नाल ही दिमाग ने कहा कि ये तो लोगों के हक की गल हैगी है। लोग जिहड़े कि ऑलरेडी इत्थे परेशान हैं, मुश्किलों का सामना कर रहे हैं, बड़े लंबे समय तो मिनिमम वेज वधाउण की गल की जा रही है, उस पासे का कोई ध्यान नहीं दे रहा। पर HST के मुद्दे के उत्ते कोई सुनवाई नहीं। बहुत सारी डेमोनस्ट्रेशनस हो रही हैं, पटीशन साइन हो रही ने। सो इस करके अज तुहाडे नाल कुछ समा जिहड़ा बितावांगे। हर रोज़ टॉक शो राही तां सांझ पाने आ, पर अज जो ये सांझ है एक महत्वपूर्ण सांझ होनी चाहिए ताकि सरकार को पता लगे कि लोग जिहड़े ने वो चुप नहीं बैठेंगे। पीपल वांट जस्टिस। दिस इज नॉट अ वन टाइम थिंग।
In this fragile economy, most people are already feeling pinch of the hard times. My customers are cutting back. They can't pay more. They won't pay more. A dinner out is a tiny luxury. That is the thing to go first when people are worried about putting food on the table, paying their rent, paying their mortgages. And as anyone in the restaurant industry will tell you, when your customers are hurting, we are closing the doors and laying off staff.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to throw the support of seniors to the opposition to the HST. The HST, like all sales taxes, are regressive. And regressive taxes hurt seniors on fixed income and they hurt working people. And therefore we should oppose them. The Jimmy Pattersons of this world don't care because they don't pay the sales tax. It's their business that buys everything for them. The problem we have had for the last 20, 30 years is there's been a complete shift away from the taxation of corporations and the rich to average Canadians, to people on fixed income, and people who just bloody well can't afford the extra tax coming with the HST. It's so bad right now that when seniors have to hire somebody to help them in terms of home support, they now have to pay sales tax on top of the amount of money they have to pay these workers. It's disgraceful, it's anti-seniors, and it deserves to be defeated. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Harpreet. I'd like to thank everybody for coming today. My name is Singh, and I am the president of Black Cup and Checker Cats, and I do represent pretty much most of the taxi industry. I'm here to say scrap the HST because 7% is a big tax on anything, but 7% on a taxi fare. It's unfair. The economy is very low right now. And Gordon Campbell promised us there'd be no taxes before the elections. And guess what? He comes out with HST. Now we have to get together and scrap this tax.
Tuition fees are at their height, and we're seeing raises in transit. Students are being excluded from the UPass program, and we are feeling discriminated against as a student population. The HST will make it difficult for us to live on a daily basis, for groceries, for school supplies, for having lunch in our cafeterias.
Well, thank you very much for coming today to stop HST and to send a very strong message to Gordon Campbell. And the message is very clear. Mr. Campbell,
You cannot continue lying to the people of British Columbia. Mr. Campbell, you cannot continue deceiving the people of British Columbia. Mr. Campbell, you cannot continue betraying the people of British Columbia. Mr. Campbell, people of British Columbia are sick of listening to your lies. Enough is enough. That got to stop.
And even when asked directly, and we need to understand that there was a direct question put to the Liberals during the election period, whether they planned to follow the lead of Ontario, which was going to an HST, and the Liberal government and the Liberal Party said no. They said, and I want to quote because this is really important that you know this, they said the harmonized sales tax would make it harder for future governments to lower or raise the sales tax, and that would reduce government's flexibility. In short, they said there would be no harmonized sales tax.
Good afternoon. Sat Sri Akal sarean nu. Let me say this. I've been to Canada for 38 years. I've seen governments bringing in new taxes, eliminating old taxes, raising taxes, and bringing new taxes. But I've never seen government in those 38 years that has been so dishonest and so corrupt as we have in Victoria right now.
So I want to encourage every one of you, whether you're a trade union member, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a teacher, whether you're a security guard, go and talk to your friends, talk to your organization. Let's get out there and build this movement. We can stop the HST. There's no doubt about it. Governments are sometimes prepared to do unpopular things in the first part of their term, but it's the rare government that will stand up to the overwhelming pressure of public opinion that we can build and will continue to build in the next month. Stop the HST. Thank you very much.
So people all across this province are speaking out, but they're not simply angry at the HST. They're also angry at the way the government brought in the HST. This is a government that betrayed the trust of the people of British Columbia. This was a government that told the people during the election that they weren't going to introduce the HST. In fact, they even put it in writing that they wouldn't bring in the HST. And then after the election, all of a sudden they bring in the HST. Well, I can tell you, there's something pretty fundamental. People in British Columbia expect a government they can trust. People expect that a government will be honest and upfront with them, and we have not seen that with the BC Liberals. We are going to continue to stand up for you, the people of this province.
Stop! Alle bahan khadi nahi hoiyan. Stop!
Besides protesting and having speeches, is there anything that the opposition can do right now?
Well, I think the key really is to make sure that every Liberal MLA faces the pressure. This isn't simply an issue for the Premier or the Finance Minister. This